Bitcoin hit $64,000 yesterday, and this is a historic moment for Bitcoin for multiple reasons. And today I'm going to be talking about my exact price prediction for Bitcoin for the rest of the year. So make sure to stick around until the end of the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell. We are well on our way to 200,000 subscribers, and this is the channel that is telling you what the market is going to do before it happens. And a major, huge shout out to the Casper Crew VIP Discord, taking this very juicy long trade. Setup was given in advance in the Discord. We're currently up right now 573%. And the Casper Crew is crushing these charts. This is the long scalp trade that we gave this morning in the Discord. And of course, yesterday we were even giving short setups along the way. And you can see here the trades that we are taking are not only long trades, but short trades, racking up these juicy profits over here on my go-to exchange, MEXC, which literally has the best fees in the game, making scalping so profitable. When we look at Bitcoin from its inception, we see a pattern that repeats every single market cycle, which is after the big bull run, we form a base of support. And then we run up into the key fib level and we get a retest of that key support before the white line. Now, the white line equals the Bitcoin halving, which initiates the massive bull run. We saw this happen in 2012. We saw this happen right here in 2016. We saw this happen right over here in 2019. And this time, it is different. You always hear people say, this time is different. This time really is different. When we look at the monthly chart, we're about to close in 10 hours and 56 minutes and 9 seconds at the making of this video. A giant monthly candle above the macro golden pocket from the bull market all-time high previously to the bear market low. We have never seen this happen before. This is what typically happens when we run into that golden pocket level. In addition, depending on where this monthly candle closes, we could see a close of 50%, maybe even higher, maybe even 60%. On one monthly candle. The last time we saw a candle like that, I remember November 2017, what do we see here? We saw about a 70% candle. I mean, we're talking like straight on bull market mode right here with this candle. And it's not only the candles that are looking different, but it's also our indicators that are looking much more bullish than they usually do. Historically speaking, this is the last bull bear cycle. When we come up to that macro golden pocket retest, we print massively bearish divergences on market Cipher B, where the momentum waves and the money flow are both getting lower as the price is getting higher, giving us the dreaded upside down Sam Bankman-Fried bearish man boob pattern, where as the price is getting higher into key resistance, Sam Bankman-Fried's man boobs are bearishly getting lower. Now, if we take a look at market Cipher B at our present moment, as we hit into this area, we are actually seeing the opposite of a bearish divergence. We are seeing the money flow getting thicker right here. And if we even look at the weekly time frame, money flow is absolutely out of control. We are not seeing bearish divergence at all. In fact, we are seeing momentum getting higher. Why is this? Well, Sam Bankman-Fried got arrested. He went to prison. And if we look at his chest, we can actually see that he lost his man boobs. So instead of dumping down to South Carolina, we are currently more bullish than that time me and Carl from the Moon went to McDonald's to order a Big Mac.
Hello, I would like to get a Big Mac meal.
But not only have we broken out of the golden pocket, if we take a look at all the volume that Bitcoin has traded here, going all the way back to 2021, you can see that we have broken out above the value area high of this massive range. Now, that was coming in at about $56,000. And when we just look at this chart, we can see we do not have any pretty much resistance above us besides one level at around $65,500, which is the weekly order block that we made here at the open of the candle back in November 2021 here on the weekly time frame. What does this mean? This means as long as Bitcoin is holding above what used to be insane resistance, as long as it's holding above this level, $56,000, not only is more upside possible, but more upside is probable. We are most likely going to see a Bitcoin all-time high right here, which is absolutely insane because, again, we have not seen this since before the halving. So what am I looking at right now? Well, if we just pull our fib locally from where we're at right now, and we kind of pull it up to this general area, we can see that not only is the value area high at $56,000 going to be our very key area of support, but it's also the Fibonacci golden pocket retest from the last low that we made last week in February from the long setup that we gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. Shout out to the Casper Crew because we were bullish. We were looking at this candle saying this is very, very bullish looking, and then bam, off to the races. So this could actually make for a very nice long opportunity if we come back down to this level, maintaining the uptrend, allowing for a healthy retracement, because let's be honest, we very easily could see a lot of these longs get flushed out here, just kind of like what we saw yesterday, but then we could hold this key zone of support. That could make for a very nice potential long opportunity, in my opinion. But after that, we are going to be back in price discovery mode for Bitcoin. It feels like a long time ago that we were at all-time highs, and it feels like a very long time ago, especially if you're a trader. You know how it is. Bitcoin time, man, in Bitcoin time, it really does warp time, right? But it feels like such a long time ago that we were down below $20,000. So what are some of my targets for Bitcoin as we continue to move to the upside? Now, let me say this. If Bitcoin does lose $56,000, then obviously we can say maybe the bullish scenario is not really going to play out. But for me, 56K is the line in the sand. So where are some targets for this Bitcoin run to the upside? Well, what I like to do is I look at the last bull market and kind of use Fibonacci to get some price targets. What we're going to do is we're going to take a Fibonacci trend-based fib extension tool, take it from the low of the bear market back in 2018 to the high of the bull market in 2021, and then to the low of the bear market in 2022. And this is actually going to give me some targets where I actually do plan to sell spot Bitcoin. Now, the first one is going to be the 1-to-1 fib extension at around $80,000, $80,687, give or take. This is going to be our next major target for the Bitcoin price after we break that all-time high. And then my two next targets after that are going to be the 1.272 fib extension and the 1.618 Fibonacci extension. This is coming in at around $100,000, around $97,000, $98,000, and then the 1.618 is coming in at around $120,000 Bitcoin. Are we going to see Bitcoin go higher than that? Well, my personal opinion is we're probably not going to see Bitcoin go higher than that. But if I'm wrong and we are going to see $250,000 Bitcoin at the 3.618 and we get another 300% move to the upside from where we're at right now, I'm definitely not going to be complaining here. But even if we hit my highest target that I'm expecting at around $120,000, that's still another 90% from where we are right now, almost a 2x from where we're at right now. Now, here's the way I deal with Bitcoin during these crazy bull markets. I made a post on Twitter yesterday saying, am I stupid? I just sold a bunch of spot Bitcoin. I bought it at $15,500. I sold it at $61,000. Of course, a lot of engagement on this post. People have a lot of different opinions. But here's the thing. You always hear people talking about DCA in the bear market. People are like, oh, just DCA, just buy the dip. Just DCA. We want to have a whole bunch of Bitcoin for the next bull market. But you don't hear people talking about scaling out of a position. Scaling out is the opposite of DCA. It means as now we are pumping, instead of buying a little bit of Bitcoin, we should be selling a little bit of Bitcoin. Not all our Bitcoin, of course, not all our Bitcoin. But here's the thing. It's very, very difficult to time macro market bottoms and tops. The emotions run wild. And I know so many people who have bought and not sold and then held all the way back down. And this can, unless you're in it for like the next 10, 20 years, right? Which is a respectable decision if you're making that investment decision. But for me, I take advantage of these 4-year cycles. I was able to hold and trade spot Bitcoin. This is how I was able to buy a homestead where I can now grow food and raise my own animals and live basically off grid. I'm totally on solar. I got my own water source, all that because of scaling out of Bitcoin positions while it was pumping. And here's the thing. Right now, if you were buying under $20,000, like we were in the Casper Crew, screaming at the top of my lungs, now is not the time to sell, it's the time to buy. We're currently up right now almost 300% on our investment. It is foolish not to take profits after a 300% move to the upside. Now, here's the thing. Do you sell all? Of course you don't sell all of it. Just like the way I trade, where I take a profit and move that stop loss to my entry, and then I let the rest ride. right? Just like right now, guaranteed to make at least $1,300 on the scalp that we gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord this morning. No matter what happens, making $1,300 But if it keeps running, I could make more and more and more. We should have the same mentality with our spot Bitcoin holdings. So what I plan to do is, yes, I have sold at this high. This is the previous all-time high zone. I've taken around 20% of my spot holdings out. And then as we come up, another 20%, another 20%, another 20%. And of course, 20% each time gets smaller and smaller because I've taken out 20%. Meanwhile, I continue to stack Bitcoin through trading and stuff like that. And so I'm just realizing my profits as we come up. And I know I'm harping on this, but the reason I do is because I am a YouTuber. I have a Discord group, and I've seen so many people not realize the profits that they worked so hard for, that they spent so much time thinking about, investing and researching. And so I just kind of want to make this as a PSA for y'all, especially those who are newer to crypto, because let me tell you, as we pump, people are going to act like it's never going down. People are always going to be calling for higher. Even when the top is in, people are going to be calling for higher. All right. So that being said, guys, these are my targets for the Bitcoin price. That is it for today's video, guys. May God bless you all in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are super dang blessed. And I'll see everybody in the next video. Peace!